Hey guys, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends, and today I want to talk about this guy right here, Masahiro the Bell Monk, because I heard that Raid is going to do a champion fragment event for him from May 7, which means very soon. And as a beginner player who's playing with a Tholin account, is it really worth it for me or you guys in the community who maybe start with my link down below that you have similar champion in your roster? Is it worth it to get this guy? Because I noticed in Raid, you don't just get a champion from the event that easily. You gotta really spend your resources into the event so that you can get something out of it. Which means if they run something cooler after this guy, then you'll be out of resources and you might have to spend a lot of money to buy more energy or summon. So is he really worth it? Now let's take a look at the design. He looks very cool. And the first thing I take a look at for all these champion is going to be the aura skill. And he increased the force ally speed in all battle by 25%, which is really good. And you know who is also having the red element? My boy Tholin, that you can get for free with my link down below. So I'm very tempted pretty much immediately, because one thing that I'm struggling with right now is going turn 1 in my arena to farm the Great Hall, and having a speed lead for my boy Tholin to go first immediately is very tempting. So that right there, oh boy, Raid, you're doing something to me right there. And now we're going to take a look at his A1, which is going to be attack all enemies and has a chance to place a decreased crit rate debuff for 1 turn. So that is not too bad. AoE damage, great for wave content, great for content that required to kill many things like Spider Den, Faction War, that kind of thing. So decent A1 right there. A2 is going to be single target attack, and before attacking has a chance or 75% chance that can be maxed if you max out the skill, transferring all debuff from all allies to the target. That is an AoE cleanse. So in the message that I got about this guy, he's supposed to be like a tactical niche PvP team champion. So having an AoE cleanse that can be turned into a single target stun or defense break or whatever is going to be really good right here. And he can heal all allies as well by 25% of this champion max HP, and place a 25% strengthen buff on all allies again for 2 turns. So in one skill, he AoE buff, AoE cleanse, single target control maybe, and also AoE heal. That is a very strong skill right there for a support unit. That is really good. Oh my god. Skill 3, attack all enemies, and before attacking, he can revive all dead allies with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. Oh, another reviver. There's so many reviver in this game. And this skill can be used even if there are no dead allies, and has a 75% chance to place a stun debuff for 1 turn and a block buff debuff for 2 turns. Oh, AoE stun and block from further gaining immunity or whatever, and has a 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff and block buff debuff for 2 turns instead if target is a boss. Oh, they make it so that he's not all PvP, right? You can use him in other boss content as well, because you usually cannot stun the boss. So speed debuff is going to be great, and block buff is going to be great because a lot of bosses buff their own attack power or their own block debuff buff. So that's going to be great for a lot of different kind of bosses, because you can slow them down, block them from receiving buff, and you can also strengthen your entire team, decrease the boss crit rate with the A1, and heal the entire team cleanse as well, and potentially transfer whatever shitty debuff that the boss put on your entire team back onto the boss. And I think it has a 3-turn cooldown, because he has a 4, which means it's gonna go down to 3-turn cooldown, and there is a long passive right there. All allies receive 1% less damage for each turn taken by the enemies and allies while they remain alive. Oh, stack up to 15%. So for long battle, I noticed that most of my Demon Lord run go above like 15 turn, which means I'm going to get a decent amount of damage reduction with him on the field. And each champion damage reduction reset when they die. Oh, so when he revived them back, they're going to stack up once again. If there are multiple champions on a team with this skill, only one will activate. This skill will not activate on duplicate copies of this champion, unfortunately. Oh, man. Imagine. But that is logical, right? Allies revive with this champion are immune. Wait, hold up. Wait, what? Allies revive by this champion are immune to CC until the start of their turn. Okay, not all the way immune to everything. That is great, because when you revive and you get 50% turn meter, doesn't mean you're going to get a turn, right? So having that CC debuff immune is going to be great. Reset when the revived ally take their turn or a skill or between rounds. If there are multiple champions on the team with a skill, understandable. So that is a damage reduction passive and also a CC block after being revived by this monk right here. So overall, I think he's going to be like a good support-ish unit, because I don't think he's built for doing crazy damage, because he has a lot of utility inside of him, and he has a lot of buff, and he has potentially a lot of debuff as well with his skill 2 when you transfer a debuff back to the enemy. And he also has a speed lead, which is going to be great for my early arena. I would imagine if you're using a mono element team for your siege, your guild battle, your RTA battle, then this speed lead is going to come into play as well, especially for maybe 3. I don't think there's 3v3 in this game, but definitely when you run like single element, this is going to be great for that speed lead, because 25%, that is a whole lot of speed right there. So for me personally, I am kind of tempted at the moment, to be honest, because this guy right here is not very fast, right? I built him for damage output. And I can also pair all the red color unit, like he's going to work well with this guy, he's going to work well with this guy, and it's going to work well with her if I build a mono element team, that kind of thing. So that is, oh my god, we need to see how demanding this event is going to be, because if it's not too bad, then maybe I can think about it. But if it's really demanding on your resources, then maybe not, because unfortunately, in the early game, you got to really work for something that is like really game changing and not just any champion out there. So that is my take so far. Let me know what you think about a champion down below. I also heard about rumors about collab coming soon into the game, and that's going to require a lot of resources for you to play the game, to participate in all the champion chase or whatever tournament, that kind of thing. So is he a bait or is he actually legit? Also, I'm loving this thing, man. I'm putting my Relic Keeper fusion material in here so that they can level up, because I'm still far away from the mission that require me to fuse the Relic Keeper. So I'm just putting all the material that he needs in here so that they will passively level up until I'm ready for the mission. Then I have all the food immediately ready to go, which is very cool. So all of my sparing pit is ready, and I'm loving it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.